Are you thinking about moving or relocating to Austin, Texas, but you're wondering if it's really the right place for you? In this video, we're going to talk about several neighborhoods in Austin that may be ideal for you depending on what exactly it is you're looking for. Hi, I'm Tiffany Moore. I'm a local realtor and broker right here in Austin, Texas. I help families from all over the world move here. So if you have any questions at all, my contact information is on the screen. Jot it down, send me an email, text, DM, whatever is more comfortable for you. Reach out to me. I've got your back when you're moving to Austin. So if you're thinking about moving to Austin, you want to make sure that you are going to live in the neighborhood that supports the lifestyle that you're moving here for. So one of the questions that I ask people on our call is, what is most important to you? Like, what are some of the top priorities for things that you're looking for when you move to Austin? Is it public schools? Is it hiking and biking trails? Do you want to be close to the cool restaurants and all the fun stuff there is to do here? Is it affordability? Is it proximity to work? Like, what is the reason you're actually moving here? And what neighborhood can we get you to so that supports the lifestyle that you want to live? So today we're going to talk about the best neighborhoods for some of the most common reasons that people are moving to Austin. One of the top reasons that people move here, or one of the top neighborhoods that they're looking for, is a neighborhood with really good public schools. So the top two rated public school districts in Austin are Eanes, E-A-N-E-S, and Lake Travis Independent School District. I like to use greatschools.org for all of my data about the public school districts and each individual school. They have a ton of criteria that they're measuring schools on. They also talk about testing scores, college readiness, college acceptance, things like that, diversity. So really whatever criteria you're using to pick schools, greatschools.org is going to be a really, really good resource for you. So that is where a lot of the data that we're talking about today is coming from. This isn't just my personal opinion. I'm not making up what the best schools are. This is based on the data from greatschools.org. So for the Eanes Independent School District, 100% of the schools in this district are rated above average. So just so you can kind of put this into perspective, in Texas, the average for schools is 35% of schools are below average, 39% are rated average, and 27% are rated above average. So in the Eanes Independent School District, 100% of the schools are rated above average. The top 4 of the 6 elementary schools in Eanes School District are rated a 9 to 10 out of 10 possible points. The 2 middle schools are rated 9 out of 10, and 1 traditional high school is rated a 9 out of 10. So the Lake Travis Independent School District, this is the other top school district in the area. 0 of the schools are rated below average, 22% are rated average, and 78% are rated above average. So there are 8 elementary schools in the school district. The top 4 are rated an 8 to 9 out of 10. There are 4 middle schools. The top is an 8 out of 10, and there is 1 high school rated a 7 out of 10. So these are the school districts that are hands down the highest rated in the greater Austin area, and they have the highest rated schools in the Austin area. They also come with the highest price tags for homes and neighborhoods that feed into these schools. These are some of the most highly sought after and the most expensive homes in the Austin area, other than kind of like the Austin proper homes. So homes in Austin proper have huge price tags, but they're a little bit smaller. So the price per square foot is higher. The homes in these neighborhoods are a little bit bigger, a little bit grander. Their price tag is about the same, but the price per square foot homes in Austin proper are going to be higher than the homes in the Eanes and the Lake Travis Independent School District. So this is the area that feeds the Eanes Independent School District. You can tell it's on the west side of Mopac, and it's in this Westlake Hills Rollingwood area. So this is where, like, all the pins on this map are schools in the Eanes Independent School District. So these are the neighborhoods that will feed these schools in the school district. These are the schools for the Lake Travis Independent School District. So each one of these pins is a school in the school district. And you can see this area is further west of Austin. Here we are in Lakeway. We're in the Bee Cave area. We're even a little bit further out than that. And I want to show you where this is located in relation to Austin and the Eanes School District. So we move a little bit further east. So this area around here is the area where all the schools in the Eanes School District were. So the neighborhoods that would feed into those schools will be in the same area. Here's downtown Austin. Here's the North Loop area. And then here in Westlake Hills, And Rollingwood, these are the neighborhoods for the Eaton School District. And then we go a little bit further west, and here we are in Lakeway, Bee Cave, Steiner Ranch. These are the areas that will feed the Lake Travis Independent School District. So next, let's talk about affordability. As a general rule, the further away you get from Austin proper, the more affordable the homes are going to be. So we're going to talk about some of my favorite affordable areas when you're moving to Austin. The first one is Hutto. So Hutto is on the northeast side of Austin. It's between Round Rock and Georgetown. It used to be like literally all farmland, and now it is going through this huge development and growth phase with neighborhoods and restaurants and shops and basically like a whole new town being sprung up from nothing. And you have all the access to all the cool stuff that's going on in Round Rock and in Georgetown. So you have access to the Round Rock Express Minor League Baseball Stadium. You're really close to the Kalahari Water Park, which is America's largest indoor water park. It's right down the street from you if you're in Hutto or Round Rock. The square in Georgetown has a lot of like shops and restaurants. That's Georgetown's little downtown area. Super easy access to that. And you're about 35 minutes to downtown Austin. So Hutto is a really good spot because it's exploding, it's growing, it's very affordable right now, and you have access to all these other amenities that have already been built up around it. Another area that I really love is Bastrop. So Bastrop is southeast of Austin. It's about 35 minutes away from downtown Austin. It's kind of like a little mini Austin. It has this really cool like older town, slower pace feel, kind of like what Austin used to be in the 70s or the early 80s. That's kind of how I feel about Bastrop. It's still a quiet little slept on town with a lot of fun stuff to do. They have a really cool downtown area with shops and restaurants. They've got breweries and distilleries there. And Bastrop is just off, like the Colorado River runs through the city. So lots of opportunities for hiking, for kayaking, canoeing, and stand-up paddle. They have music festivals, they have art festivals, and there are really beautiful, like older historic homes around the downtown Bastrop area. Kind of similar to what we find outside the square in Georgetown. Kind of a very similar vibe and architecture, things like that in the area outside of downtown Bastrop. There's also a lot of development going on there. So again, very similar to Georgetown, where you've got like the older historic downtown area, but then you've got a lot of development and growth going on a little bit outside of town. So in 2021, I had 4 clients under contract for new construction homes in Bastrop at the same time. There's a huge neighborhood there called the Colony, which is massive. That's driving so much of the growth in Bastrop. They are going to have their own elementary school there, their own middle school there. It's kind of like its own little community. That's just some of the growth that's going on in Bastrop, but the Colony is a huge part of the residential development that's happening there. Another area that I like for affordability is Liberty Hill. So this is not quite as affordable as Bastrop or as Hutto because the area is developing like crazy. Liberty Hill, Leander, Georgetown, all these areas kind of like blend together at some point. There's just like a mishmash in the middle. You're like, I don't really know what city that is exactly. But when you think about, when you hear about all the growth going on in Leander, that is spreading and trickling over to Georgetown and to Liberty Hill as well. So with Liberty Hill, you're still really close, like I mentioned, to Georgetown, to Leander, and also to Cedar Park. There are definitely higher end homes being built here, which raises the property value for the surrounding areas. So even if you were to get a more affordable home in Liberty Hill, it is surrounded by a lot of other higher end homes, which is going to continue to raise your property value for your market value, which is awesome if you ever decide to sell. But something also to keep in mind is it's going to raise your taxes a little bit too. Liberty Hill is about 30 to 35 minutes from downtown Austin, which is really not that bad. And I really like the projected growth for this area. So again, Leander is in the process of exploding. We're building basically like a whole new domain in the Leander area called Northline. There's going to be a train station there. It's going to be super easy to get downtown. There are so many neighborhoods being built up in the Leander, Georgetown, Liberty Hill area that I really like this area for the growth, for the development, for the future investment opportunity, and for the market value of homes in this general area. So I mentioned that Liberty Hill is not as affordable as Hutto and Bastrop. It's for these reasons. It's because this area is experiencing a lot more growth than Hutto and Bastrop, and so it's going to have a lot more amenities. There's just a lot more opportunity in Liberty Hill than in those other areas. Okay, if you're moving to Austin because you want to live the Austin lifestyle, you want to be around all the cool shops and restaurants, you're coming here for the vibe, you really want to like immerse yourself in Austin, there's nowhere you can live other than Austin to get that. I mentioned that Bastrop has kind of a cool older Austin vibe, but if what you're looking for is the energy and the excitement and the stuff to do and the art and everything like that in Austin, you have to live in Austin to do that. So it's really hard to narrow this down because there's so many cool pockets and neighborhoods in Austin, but I'm going to share with you some of my favorite places if you want to like immerse yourself and experience the whole Austin vibe. First area is South Lamar. So there are a lot of little independent shops and restaurants and bars. There are so many things within a short walking distance on South Lamar. So if you're looking for like a walkable area of Austin, in general, I tell people like Austin is not walkable. You're definitely going to need a car here. There's nowhere where you're going to be like, oh, I'm just going to walk to the grocery store and walk to a coffee shop and here's my favorite little park bench. There are some little pockets like that in Austin. South Lamar is definitely one of them. Another one that I really like is Cherrywood. But in general, you're going to need to drive a car to go to a restaurant or the grocery store or things like that. But if you're just like in the South Lamar area, you can definitely park somewhere and meander around and go see all these cool shops and restaurants, all the things to do, and really just like immerse yourself in the vibe. That's what I really like about South Lamar, is it's kind of walkable, not for everything that you need in town, but for a lot of cool stuff to do. The art scene on South Lamar is awesome, and the homes in this area are really cool and eccentric. They're definitely not cookie cutter, and I don't mean eccentric. I mean eclectic. Like you will have a totally, completely modern, contemporary home next to like a more traditional Austin ranch style home that's been completely renovated, next to something that is like about to be torn down, but has like amazing, beautiful trees on the property. So South Lamar, it definitely, like, it's not cookie cutter. It's very unique. It's very artsy. And another thing I love about it is that it's right in the middle of the Austin Hills. So you get some of the Austin Hills in this neighborhood, not as much as some of the others that we're going to talk about, but it's definitely like good like entry point if you're looking for some beautiful topography, definitely lots of trees, and something that's just not cookie cutter. Okay, probably my favorite neighborhood in Austin is Zilker. So this is just west of South Lamar, and it shares some similar features, but the main attraction of the Zilker area is the nature. So you've got Zilker Park, you can walk to Barton Springs, or one of several other watering holes in the area. One of my friends lived in this area for a while, and we would go to Barton Springs, and then when that would get just like filled up, or we just wanted to go somewhere else, we would kind of walk in the back of this neighborhood through a park and somehow find this secret watering hole. And those places are all over Zilker. It's amazing. Zilker is very green and very hilly. So you kind of feel like you are kind of just set in this tree house surrounded by these beautiful trees and vines and bushes everywhere. And it is in a very hilly area of Austin. So if you are looking for something that is a little bit slower and quieter and just more set kind of in this natural background, Zilker is definitely a place to be. And it's still really close to South Lamar and South Congress and shops and things like that. So you kind of get to be tucked away into this quiet little area of Austin that's surrounded by beautiful nature, but you have like very easy access to a lot of other stuff in the area. Again, the houses here have very eclectic style, just like South Lamar. Very unique architecture. It's just a beautiful place to walk around and look at all the beautiful homes here. And like we talked about, there's tons of stuff to do within a short walking distance or a short Uber ride. Another cool area that I really like is the North Loop neighborhood. So this is right in the middle of cool restaurants, shops, and breweries in the city of Austin. It is definitely walkable, but not as walker friendly as the Zilker area. Things are a little bit more spread out. But in this neighborhood, there is a ton of stuff to see and to do. So you've got really easy access to the highway if you're trying to go north or south. It's literally just like right in the middle of town, and it's not going to take you very far to get to downtown or to get to any of the little like pocket neighborhoods in the area. There are so many really cool neighborhoods and suburbs and communities in Austin that it's really important for you to find the one that's going to match your lifestyle. So this is one of the things that we talk about on our call is, why are you moving here? What is important for you to be around? And how can we kind of match those things together and get you to a place that you're really going to love so that you enjoy living your life in Austin? Like, you're moving here for a reason. You're looking for something cooler or better or another opportunity or a safer place for your family or better education. Whatever it is, let's hone in on those things and get you exactly what it is you want. If you need any help doing that, my contact information is below. Reach out to me however you're comfortable, email, DM, text, and I will help you out. We'll get you on the road when you're moving to Austin.